Hi, Marianne Croce here from Small Biz Vantage and the creator of 3 Day Weekend System. I'm glad to be here each and every week. I really enjoy doing these lives. Auto shop success in 15 minutes. I've been doing them now, I think, for a couple of years, but I really enjoy them. And I do them for two reasons. One of them is for you to be able to shift your perspective, your vantage, right? The way you look at your business and turn that into a competitive edge. Being an owner, being a leader is not easy. So, this is one of the reasons why I do it, right? Think a little bit differently because the way that we think really can make a big impact on our business. The actions that we take cause a ripple effect. The second reason is for you to do exactly that. Take one action item away each and every week and implement it. 15 minutes is not a lot of time, right? To invest in yourself each week, you're worth it. So, the question that I commonly get asked is, Mary Ann, who do you work with? And I work with single location auto shop owners. I enjoy this group tremendously. I have a lot of admiration and respect, the grit and the drive. But when they reach out to me, many of them have reached different milestones in their business. But the one thing that they feel that there is a challenge right now with is they feel like their business is consuming them and they want to be able to have a life. And it's hard to turn that off sometimes. So that's where I come in and help. So let's get started because this week's topic is redefine your identity, right? And, I'm talking about this in the context of being an owner, being a leader. And as an auto shop owner, you really juggle multiple roles every single day. You're not just a business owner. When we think about this, think of all the roles that you have in your life. You might be a parent, a partner, a friend, a caretaker. You may even volunteer and do other things, whether it's in the industry or even outside with your children or even grandchildren. So each of these roles calls on different parts of you. And really, that's the beauty of being human, right? We all have these different parts to us, these traits. Yet, many of us will hold on to this myth of authentic, authenticity. Oh my gosh, it makes me crazy when I hear it because I understand the context that people are using it as in. I understand that, but I can't stand that word because when we use it, it's if it's meant to say that this you're the same person in every single situation. You have to show up the same exact way. And that couldn't be further from the truth. The truth is there is no single fixed you. Identity is personal, it's dynamic, and it's shaped by the roles that we live each day. So, when I am with my 2-year-old grandson, I'm going to bring different traits to me than I am when I'm talking to a customer or a client. So, this is what I mean by that. So, we have to realize that sometimes our beliefs are about who we think we are or who we should be. And those beliefs can hold us back. Now, I want to give you an example of this. As an owner, do you see yourself as the only one that can get things done right? Okay. As a leader, do you struggle to trust your team, fearing that they maybe will not meet your standards, that they can't do it, that they don't understand? And just as a person, do you believe there's no room for your needs while running a business? being an owner? Do you believe that you have to put your personal life on hold, or you have to make really big sacrifices? So these beliefs can trap us, keeping us stuck in a cycle of overwork and missed opportunities for growth. So the good news is that you have the power to redefine how you see yourself. And that's what I want to unpack today. So let's look at embracing change and trusting that journey. Redefining your identity doesn't happen overnight, and it's uncomfortable to step out of what's familiar to you. Right? We all know that. But discomfort is part of growth. It happens as a kid when you're going through different stages, and it happens as an adult. It's a sign that you're moving forward to something greater. And it's easier than you think. Sometimes when I speak with clients, they overthink this, and it really can be easier than you think. So I want to share with you today 3 steps that you can take. The first one is, what areas of your life would you like to show up differently? So, in what areas? For example, you might decide that when you step into your shop in the morning, you are a composed, strategic business owner, not a skilled technician or a task doer. Because a lot of owners were technicians that became owners, and a lot of them still hold that identity with them. They carry it with them every day. But by doing this mental distinction really helps you stay aligned with the goals for a shop owner. Anchoring your identity in a role makes it easier to consistently embody those traits that you want to develop. You live them, you breathe them, you're constantly aware of them. So the second one is, who do you know that has the traits that you want? Somebody, either a person or even a fictional character. Who is it that you can think of that has those traits that you want? For example, if you are transitioning from being a hands-on technician to that strategic leader, you might want to adopt traits that are of a calm, decisive CEO. The third one is shifting your self-talk. Who doesn't fill up their head with self-talk from time to time? So the stories you tell yourself really shape how you see yourself. Change your internal narrative to align with your goals. Identify beliefs or self talk hold you back. So when you think about it, these beliefs of your identity or the self talk really can hold you back when it's negative. And a lot of times, that's what we're filling our head with, negative self talk. Replace those stories that you're telling yourself with empowering ones. So I want to give you an example of this. For instance, instead of saying something like, I'm not good at delegation, your new narrative could be, I'm a leader who empowers my team to succeed. That's a win win. And it's definitely a more positive way of talking to yourself. So when you start to see yourself as someone who delegates with confidence, leads with aligned goals, and prioritizes personal well being alongside business success, you create space for transformation, not just in your shop, not just your business, but in your life. And that's what many of us are looking for. We're looking for that transformation. It's really growth. That's what it is. So thanks, Todd. Thanks, Todd, for the comment. Going from tech 25 years to shop owner, I used to think that I needed to continue to be the best tech, and you realized that I realize that I really just need to provide an environment for my employees to succeed. Excellent. I couldn't agree more. And that is a big, big change, a big transformation. And I'm sure you could even speak to that. But that's exactly what I'm talking about. So, the reward of doing all of this, it sounds meaty, but when you break it down, it really isn't. Here's the reward: who will you become? Right? Think about who you'll become. Change requires action, and action requires courage because we're going into unknown territory, but the reward is worth it. When you're willing to change old beliefs, you discover a version of yourself who's more balanced, confident, and capable. You'll not only run a more professional and profitable, sustainable shop, but you'll also create a life that feels truly enjoyable. So I encourage you to reflect: what beliefs about yourself are holding you back? Who do you want to become? And what's one action you can take toward that version of you? So here's to trusting the journey and really embracing a redefined identity, right? Because this isn't about being fake. That term is just, fake it until you make it is just BS as far as I'm concerned. There's a lot of these traits that are already in us. It's just that we're not pulling from them. And a great example of this is when many of us have gone through some really tough things in our life and came out of it on the other side, we've asked ourselves things like, I don't know how I did that. I can't believe that I got through that. There were traits in you, there was strength in you that you didn't realize that you had, but it had been there all the time. It's just that when you needed it, you were able to pull it out, you were able to use it. So every week I share my 1 week rule, and that's about taking action now. Which step will help you the most right now? What area of your life would you like to show up differently? Is it that one? Choose the area of your life that you want to show up differently. Is it who do you know that has the traits that you want? Or is it shifting your self talk? Which one of those that we went through would really be the one that would help you the most right now? If you want to put it in the comments, that's great. And again, every week I leave you with a pro thinking tip. Change isn't about abandoning who you are. It's about growing into who you're meant to be. So, if you ever want to explore this, redefining your identity, definitely reach out to me. I would be happy to get on a call with you. I enjoy working with the good people in this industry. So, that is it for this week's Auto Shop Success in 15 minutes. I'm glad you're here. Any comments that you put in, I will gladly, whether it's live now or on the replay, I will gladly and happily respond to. So thanks for being here and have an enjoyable week.